Tegra Medical is a medical device contract manufacturer with operations in the U.S. and Costa Rica. The company was facing increased customer demands for quicker turnaround times and pricing pressures. In order to meet those demands and optimize production, robots were implemented as a major part of the solution.
We were hoping to find as a platform that was scalable, something that we could take internally, that we could do all the engineering on and the integration by ourselves without an outside resource or integrator. The collaborative class series robots have just come out when we started looking into it, and we really thought that was something beneficial because a lot of our operations we want to put together in mini cells, and it's confined workspaces, but operators have to be able to interface with the automation. So having big cages, if it was a regular industrial robot, wouldn't have been advantageous to what we were trying to do. So what made us look at the universal robot is that there was only a few collaborative class robots that were out on the market. And we were looking at cost, ease of implementation, ease of use, and the universal robot seemed to nail it in all of those areas. Just the price point for what they were offering there was extremely competitive. The accuracy and the design that they had done for the robot was just far above and beyond what we thought anybody else in the market had. Some of the benefits we've seen in the implementations from the universal robots is we've doubled the output of the process. The types of activities that we wanted to go after first were really the high volume, repetitive motion type processes. We actually just achieved our 1/1,000,000th part out of the first cell. We were kind of apprehensive of, can we really put this robot into this high volume cell and get year after year repeatability? And it's as good today as it was a year ago when we turned the cell on. We've had great financial success with the implementations of these robots to the tune of where we're seeing on average for the return on investments is between 3 and 6 months.
Tegra Medical built 3 robotic cells. The first cell is a suture cutting application for an artery closure device. The second cell produces a very thin suture catcher needle. These 2 first cells each used a UR5 robot for machine tending. Having gained experience from the first cells, Tegra wanted to take on a more complex application next, featuring the larger UR10 robot.
There's challenges with, in this last cell, we're running 3 different products on 3 different operations. It's an unusual for us, and it's unusual in the industry to have a mixed model cell like that that's feeding 3 of the same product simultaneously.
Programming the universal robot is very straightforward. Anyone with any sort of ability to think logically and can envision how a process ought to run could program the robot. The screens are laid out friendly, the commands are almost self-intuitive. It comes with a manual that you can consult if you need to, but you don't need much of that. I was able to piece together the entire application without much issue. And I'm not a programmer, I'm a mechanical person.
Because we were able to double the throughput from the process, we've been able to keep up with customer demand, which was previously a challenge for us. It's also allowed us to offer cost reductions because we take that operator out of the cell and replace it with a robot. That's a direct cost savings to both us and the customer. No one is going to lose their job to a robot. We're trying to put more value add to them, to train them new skills, whether it's a different operation or they'll become the robot supervisor in that area, they'll be doing the inspection.